hasretin var. Yürekler aşkınla çarpar. Sensiz dünya bizlere dar. Selam sana ey kutlu yar. With submission, faith and patience, you conveyed the noble message, brought us light through your guidance. Peace be upon.
Thank you for keeping to the time. We have to commence the fifth session, which is the conference Reportorial 1 and 2. And by this time, I would like to start with the opening prayer. Amir Bizo, please, opening prayer.
ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. We are very grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has made this program a success. He made our journeys from our different locations to this place in each free one. We are very grateful to Allah for that. We are equally thankful to Him. Since the commencement of this program, we have been having each free and successful program, a quiz competition and all other competitions. And as we are starting today's section, we pray that Allah should continue to be with us, to continue to guide us, and to continue to bless all our deliberations. And at the end of the day, when the current executive will be going and the incoming executive will be coming in, may Allah continue to guide all of them, and may Allah give us safe journey back to our different destinations. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك.
And I would like to introduce to the podium the National Secretary General of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, National Headquarters, Madam Awal Yunus, to please come forward. Madam Awal Yunus. The National Financial Secretary, Honorable Anes Hamis Lawal, Jarumin Busau, should please come forward to the podium. So, Alhamdulillah. As we await the National President of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, Jameel Muhammad, he is going to join them on the podium too. And by this time, permit me to introduce and recognize the presidents of the National Executive Council of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria National Headquarters, the 35th leadership. I would like to introduce to you the long-serving National Officer of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, a former Asset Maintenance Officer, former Vice President of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria National Headquarters, and presently the National Ex-Officio 1. A father to the society, Brother Abdul Aziz Surajuddin, Business Committee Chairman. That makes him to be the longest serving national officer of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria. Please, can we recognize your presence, please? Atabir. Inshallah, the National Legal Advisor, Brother Barrister Muhammad Bello Abdullah. If you are here, please want to recognize your presence. The National Business Committee Chairman, Malam Abdulaziz Oladejo, If you are here, please can you stand up for recognition, please. The National Maintenance Officer, Brother Muhammad Salis Kabir. The IBC Organizer and National Islamic Affairs Officer of the B-Zone, Brother Abdul Hakim Kolawale. Brother Hakim Kolawale. The IBC Organizer National Islamic Affairs Officer of the Mssn Zone, Brother Al-Hassan Lawal. Atabir. Alhamdulillah. The National Auditor, Brother Saeed Ubeko. Beko, is he present? Alhamdulillah. National Financial Secretary has been introduced. The National Assistant Public Relations Officer, Brother Saeed Yakub. Stand up. Alhamdulillah. The National Assistant Public Relations Officer of the Mssn was involved in a ghastly motor accident, and it's by Allah's grace that today he's together with us. So please, we should include him in our prayers for him to get the complete healing. The National Public Relations Officer, Muhammad Jameel Muhammad, I'm the one standing before you. Thank you very much. Assistant National Secretary General, Scholarship and Studies, Brother Barrister Abdul Rashid Ali. The Assistant National Secretary General Administration, Brother Muhammad Isa. The National Secretary General has been introduced. He's on the podium too. National Vice Amir B Zone, Brother Mushafa Alaran. They have changed the leadership. Brother Qasim Odedeji, Barrister. There is a change of leadership. Thank you for that. The National Vice Amir A Zone, Brother Ishaq Muhammad Ishiaku, and the Naibul Amir International Affairs, Brother Ishaq Awal, VP International, the two IC to the National Amir, and the National Amir of the Society, the CEC, or unarmed forces of the Muslim student, Malam Muhammad Jameel Muhammad. Please, can you stand up for recognition? Atakbir. These are the list of the outgoing national executives, officers of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, national headquarters. At this juncture, permit me to hand over the mic to the National Amir for the opening address. But before that, we need two volunteers to recite from the glorious Quran.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. يطوف عليهم ولدان مخلدون بأكواب وأباريق وكأس من معين لا يصدعون عنها ولا ينزفون وفاكهة مما يتخيرون ولحم طير مما يشتهون وحور حين كأمثال اللؤلؤ المكنون جزاء بما كانوا يعملون لا يسمعون فيها لغوا ولا تأثيما إلا قيلا سلاما سلاما كثيرة لا مقطوعة ولا ممنوعة وفرش مرفوعة إنا أنشأناهن إنشاء فجعلناهن أبكارا عربا أترابا لأصحاب اليمين ثلة من الأولين وثلة من الآخرين.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سورة أنزلناها وفرضناها وأنزلنا فيها آيات بينات لعلكم تذكرون. الزانية والزاني فاجلدوا كل واحد منهما 100 جلدة ولا تأخذكم بهما رأفة في دين الله إن كنتم تؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر وليشهد عذابهما طائفة من المؤمنين. الزاني لا ينكح إلا زانية أو مشركة والزانية لا ينكحها إلا زان أو مشرك وحرم ذلك على المؤمنين. والذين يرمون المحصنات ثم لم يأتوا ب4 شهداء فاجلدوهم 80 جلدة ولا تقبلوا لهم شهادة أبدا وأولئك عند الله هم الكاذبون. إلا الذين تابوا وأصلحوا فإن الله غفور رحيم. والذين يرمون أزواجهم ولم يكن لهم شهداء إلا أنفسهم فشهادة أحدهم 4 شهادات بالله إنه لمن الصادقين. والخامسة أن لعنة الله عليه إن كان من الكاذبين.
Now we go directly to the welcome address by our national president, our spiritual leader, Muhammad Jameel Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله وكفى ورضي الله تعالى عن سادات التابعين والعلماء العاملين والأئمة المجتهدين وتابعيهم بإحسان إلى يومنا هذا وإلى يوم الدين. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. والصلاة والسلام على أفضل خلق الله محمد بن عبد الله الهادي إلى صراط المستقيم وعلى آله وأصحابه وذريته الطيبين الطاهرين وعلى من اتبعهم ومن سلك سبيلهم إلى يومنا هذا وإلى يوم الدين. وبعد, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my respected brothers and sisters in Islam. Let me begin by giving glory to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator, the fashioner, the cherisher, and the one that sustains all. Let me also begin to express some joy that I have begun to feel in my mind, and that by tomorrow I'll express the joy more. But from now I am feeling and I'm beginning to breathe a sigh of relief. Let me also remind us that leadership is a trust. Leadership is a burden. Leadership, just like the Prophet said, if you know what is in it, you will never cry for it. But I want to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on behalf of the National Executive Council members that we have worked together from 1436 to 1439 this year, that's 2015 to 2018. I want to welcome all of us on a very pathetic situation. It is pathetic to all of us that are NEC members. 3 years ago, you saddled us with responsibility. And today, you are all assembled. You want us to account for what we have been able to do. And those things that you expected us to do and we are unable to do. You also want us to account for even the wrongs we have committed along our ways. My hope and my prayers is that at the end of today, through tomorrow, we would have been able to tell you, and without hiding anything, what we were able to do, what we were unable to do, and those things that we did and we did them wrongly and we realized they were wrong. What then is our expectation? That you accept from us as our masters whom we have served for these 3 years, those things that we were able to do the way you wanted it. And you will overlook those things that you expected us to do and we were unable to do. And you will pardon those things we did, but we did them wrongly. I want to tell you, we have committed a lot of wrongs as humans, but they were not intentional wrongs. They were acts that were committed with sincerity. That does not preclude that you scolded us and you correct us and you make your observations on what you have seen that is not supposed to be. In Hausa, it is said, there's an adage in Hausa, that you deal with an elder so that the younger one will begin to take lesson. In this conference, Bismillah, we shall witness new set of leaders. So if you scold us along what we did wrongly, then they will take lesson that those things we did and were wrong and were scolded will not be part of what they will also commit the same wrong. Let me at this point plead with all of us that corrections, criticisms can be done without attacking the personality of anybody. If you attack the personality of any of the NEC members, what you are just saying simply is the next persons to be appointed should begin to think whether to serve or not to serve. For if you give your best, you can be criticized, you can be corrected, but if your personality is attacked, if the negative words are used on you, the next person will think twice. And I'm afraid, if we continue to toe that line, if perhaps in the nearest future, if this society will ever have leaders again. I'm saying all this because this is the business of the conference. As whatever we do here, whatever we say here, is as equal to the place and the position of the constitution of this society, being the highest decision-making body of the society. But I want us to exercise this power with all caution. I want to finally welcome you to this great event, the day that we are accounting. And I just pray that Allah make it easy for us today and tomorrow. And if He facilitates this, then the one of the day of great accountability should be more easier than this. So that when you will come and say, I want to see the National Vice Amir 1436 to 1439, meet him in Jannah, is already in Jannah. So that we will not see us dragging, trying to account and to re-account, while the members of Mssn would have gone to Jannah. That will all be there. May Allah ease the tax for us. This is like a welcome address, but also setting the tone of the conference. As much as we will be accountable, but will not tolerate indiscipline. As much as we will be accountable, we will not tolerate militancy. We are not militants. As much as we will be accountable, we will not tolerate hooligans. We are not hooligans. As much as we will be accountable, we will not tolerate anything that is short of the Islamic decorum and etiquette. We will as much as possible conduct ourselves in that manner, and we expect the delegates of this conference to conduct themselves in that manner. But please, do not spare us. Whatever you see that you don't understand, whatever you see that you are not convinced about, ask questions. And inshallah, we shall provide you with the best of the answers that we have. The question of whether you are convinced after the answer or not, that is the question of the perception of the mind of the person or the persons that have that perception. But what we will do is we will be blunt, we will be open, and we will be fair and just in our reportage. I pray Allah Ta'ala give us a successful conference. I pray Allah Ta'ala give us that conference that will evolve another phase of the Mssn. I was lucky to be the first national Amir that commenced another decade of MSS in existence. So we are hoping that the pace we have set and the pace we have outlined for this decade will continue to fruition. At the end of the decade, we will see that the next decade will now take another phase. And if I remind us, for those of us who were at the National Working Committee and the retreat we had in Mina when we came on board, what was the theme? Can somebody remember? No, that was our slogan, charging members to take charge. We want to see, are we really taking charge in these 3 years? But the theme was what? Tracing our path back to the objectives of the Mssn, of the founding fathers of Mssn. Are we really gone back? Are we now on track to establishing the objectives of the societies? Today we shall see. And the next leaders taking over for this decade, we shall see how they will also take it until we achieve that. Let me most sincerely welcome you. But I want to plead with the coordinator, Oga Chief Judge, that the results of the events be disclosed now, so that at least those who participate, the participants, will know their ranking. We know all of them have won. Mere participation, you have gone from your branch to area council, to area unit, to zone and to national. You are already winners. But we need to unveil how is their ranking, so that at least tomorrow, when they are, or day after tomorrow, when they are going home, they know they are going home with, yes, I ranked this in this event. And maybe the token will also give them during the official closing ceremony tomorrow, inshallah. Let me now interrupt the proceedings of the conference and bring back what we had yesterday, that we should take the results of all the events so that we know the ranking. Now we now know we have closed the chapter of one leg of the program, right? And then continue in the second leg, and tomorrow we'll do the third leg, and thereafter, inshallah, we will all go back to our respective destinations. And that time, I will be the happiest man on earth. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
At-Takbir. This is not the response we expect from the membership. The Amir has given an opening remark, and it's like an energizer. So we need a very strong and loud takbir, please. At-Takbir. Alhamdulillah. This is the opening remark by the National President of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, National Headquarters. We are going into the main conference and
about the result.
Result. Permit me to invite the Assistant Secretary General, Scholarship and Academics, Barrister Studies and Scholarship, Barrister Ali, to present the result of the just concluded contest.
My brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, we give thanks to Almighty Allah, who out of magnanimity has preserved our life to this particular day. And inshallah, without taking much of our time, first and foremost, I want to thank all the participants, particularly some of those students that don't have ample time to prepare, but despite the short time they have, at least they were able to at least exhibit a very good knowledge, of student of knowledge. I want to thank them. May Almighty Allah continue to increase them in knowledge and understanding. Inshallah, I want to invite the Chief Judge, let me call it that way. We have judges and we have the Chief Judge. I'm person of the Secretary General, to come out and give us the outcomes of the competition.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. As-salatu was-salamu ala ashrafil mursalin. Nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa tabi'in wa tabi'ihim bi ihsanin ila yawmiddin, amma ba'd. Dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My task at this very material time is to announce the outcome. Many of the brothers and sisters seated here are present when the competitions took place. The participants competed, and alhamdulillah, it was a keen and healthy competition. We pray to Allah to increase those participants in knowledge and count such efforts as acts of ibadah that are going to count on the day when we need those acts. Series of competitions took place, 7 of them for that matter. Quiz, impromptu speech, essay writing, spelling bee, English language reading, Arabic language reading, and debate. And in all, in quiz, we have the following results. I'm just going to mention first, second, and third. Well, the schools, I think for quiz were mentioned already. Okay, let me do now. The participants came in teams, and we had team A, B, C, and D. While teams A and C are from the B zone, their B and D counterparts are from the A zone. And when they competed, we have the results as this. Team D, which is from the A zone, participants from Jigawa State Area Unit, Ibrahim A. Saleh, Sa'ad Ahmad, and Musa got a total of 24 marks, and that made them to emerge as the 3rd position. Okay, up to 4. Okay, the 4th is Team C from B zone. Unfortunately, I don't have their names here because I prepared for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. They have 22. That's what I want to do. All in all, we had 3 sets of teams or participants. So the one not mentioned is the 4th, the automatic 4th. The 2nd position goes to Team B from the A zone, participants from Niger Area Unit, with a total of 26 points. They are Usman Umar Edota, Bashir Abdul Aziz, and Abdul Khadir Al Tawheed, as written. Team A from B zone, with a total of 30 points, emerged 1st position in the quiz competition, and it has the following participants: Safiullah Ibrahim from Oyo, Muizza Ayofe from Oshun, and Abdul Samir Amobi from Oshun. Now, for impromptu speech, if you have any observations, you could forward them later. Mahmoud Tajuddin from Edo Delta, with a total of 61.5, is the 4th position. Mariam bint Abdullah from Ikiti Area Unit, with a total of 63.75 is the third. The second position goes to Abdul Rahman Abdullah of Zamfara area unit with a total of 69.5 points. And lastly, the first position is with Taraba area unit. Fahad Aliyu has a total of 70.25. The next in the series of competitions is essay writing. In essay writing, 4 participants, as usual, competed, and Habib Abiola of Oyo, with a total of 38.33, is the 4th position. The second position, the third position goes to Fatima Lawal Balarabi of Zamfara area unit with a total of 43.33. Second position has a total of 49.33, and that is Idris Peace from Ikiti area unit. The first position has a total of 50.66. That is Muhammad Hashimu from Yobe area unit. Spelling bee is the next. You will have noticed I'm not mentioning them in the order of the happenings. Spelling bee, but because of the verifications of names, so in the order of the completion of the verification. For spelling bee competition, Lukman Bello Iliasu from Kaduna had 0 points. And that is the 4th position, the automatic 4th. Third position has a total of 2 points. It's from Ondo area unit, that is Abdullahi Mariam. Idris Peace of Ikiti is the second with total of 8 points. And lastly, Aisha Sani Maradun of Zamfara with a total of 9 points is the first in spelling bee competition. In English reading, Allani Faiza with a total of 55.56 is the 4th. The third position goes to Abubakar Bala Haruna from Zamfara with a total of 59.25 points. And Brother Ahmad B. Abdul Samad of Oshun with a total of 59.50, the difference of 0.25 with the second or the third position is the second now. Ahmad B. Abdul Samad from Oshun. Then the first position has a total of 63.50 points, and that is Adebayo Khadija of Ondo area unit. Fourth, Dallani Faiza, I forgot to write the name of the area, but it's from Azon. Nasarawa, good. Nasarawa. The next is Arabic reading. In Arabic reading too, 4 participants competed. fourth position goes to Muizza Ayofe of Oshun area unit with a total of 53 points. The third has 55 points, and that is Adiyat Abdul Muqsit from Ondo area unit. The second position goes to Salih Sulaiman from Niger area unit with a total of 74.5 points. Then Salisu Yakubu Saleh of Taraba area unit with a total of 84.5 points emerged as the first position. Debate. In debate, it was pairing. So the pair of Ikiti Lagos competed on the topic of whether or not English language should be replaced with an indigenous one as the language of instruction in Nigerian secondary schools. After the hot contest, participants from the fourth position, I've not written the names of those fourth positions, but they are from Lagos. They have a total of 45.16. The third position has a total of 57.75, and that one goes to Mariam Abdullah of Ekiti and Atiya Kolawole of Lagos area unit. The pair of Sokoto and Plateau area units competed on the topic of immunity. The topic says, just like the executive, the heads of Nigerian legislative and judiciary arms should be given immunity. After the hot debating contest, we have the following. Brothers Muhammad Zayanu Audu and Abdul Samad, Muhammad Zayanu Abdu is from Sokoto, and Abdul Samad Ibn Muhammad is from Jigawa. These two gentlemen have a total of 60 points, and that qualifies them to take the second position. The second position, therefore, the first position, goes to the two sisters from Plateau area unit in the persons of Hafsa Umar Farouk and Humaira Muhammad Rabi'u with a total of 63.5 points.
Thank you very much. This is the result of yesterday's competition. We congratulate all the students that contested in the various aspects. There is no loser and there is no winner. It's just to test our ability in the knowledge we are seeking. And from the presentation of the students yesterday, we know that they all tried by making good and wonderful presentation. So please go home as all winners. Thank you very much, the National Secretary, for doing the wonderful job of coming up with this result. Now we are going to listen to the Secretariat report. And the Secretariat report will be presented by the National Secretary General of the Society. After the presentation of the report, the Secretariat report, we are going to listen to comments and adoption of the report.
الحمد لله وكفى والصلاة والسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى ثم أما بعد السلام الله عليكم ورحمته وبركاته. This is the Secretariat report of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, National Headquarters, from May the 15th, 2015 to July the 22nd, 2018, the period within which the 35th NEC of the Mssn led the society. Introduction and Preamble. The Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, Mssn, since the past 3 years was led by the 35th National Executive Council, NEC. The 35th NEC was inaugurated in Sha'aban 1436, precisely 15th of May 2015, at Kaduna, at the end of the Society's National Conference that marked the end of the tenure of the 34th NEC. This report covers the programs, projects, and related operations of the Mssn from May the 15th, 2015 to July the 22nd, 2018, as an account of stewardship of the Society within the last 3 years for the consumption of the National Conference participants, and as a guidance to the new, precisely the 36th National Executive Council. Composition. The outgoing NEC is composed of the following officers: the National Amir, Brother Muhammad Jameel Muhammad from Niger State; the Naibul Amir, International Affairs, Brother Ishaq Awal from Osun State; the National Vice Amir Azon, Brother Ishaq Muhammad Ishaku from Gombe State; the National Vice Amir Bizon, Brother Mushaffa Alaron from Ogun State; National Secretary General, Brother Awal Yunus from Kaduna State; Assistant National Secretary General Administration, Brother Muhammad Isa from Kaduna State; Assistant National Secretary General Studies and Scholarship, Brother Barrister Abdul Rashid Aliyu from Lagos State; National Public Relations Officer, Brother Muhammad Bukar Grema from Abuja; Assistant National Public Relations Officer, Brother Said Yaqub from Edo Delta; National Financial Secretary, Brother Anas Hami Sulawal from Zamfara; National Auditor General, Brother Said Beko from Oyo State; IBC Organizer, that is the National Islamic Affairs Officer Azon, Brother Al Hassan Lawal from Bauchi; the IBC Organizer, Bizon, Brother Abdul Hakim Kolawale from Lagos State; the National Assets Maintenance Officer, Brother Muhammad Salisu Kabir from Kano State; National Business Committee Chairman, Brother Abdul Aziz Oladejo from Oyo State; the National Legal Advisor, Brother Barrister Muhammad Bello Abdullah from Sokoto; National Ex Officio 1, Brother Sirajuddin Abdul Aziz from Ondo; and National Ex Officio 2, Brother Ibrahim Giwa from Oyo State. Programs. This section covers the programs organized by and for the national headquarters on the one hand, and the ones attended by the Apex MSS body as organized by its lower strata and sister organizations on the other hand. 1. Programs organized by or for the national headquarters. The following are the programs organized within the period mentioned. 1. We have the joint handing over meeting. This program was held on the 8th and 9th of Shawwal 1436, equivalent to 25th and 26th of July 2015 in Akure, Ondo State. The program featured the actual handing over and taking over from the past administration. to Mssn National Retreat. The retreat took place in Mina, Niger State between the 7th and 10th of Safar, 1437, equivalent to 19th, 22nd of November 2015. It was there the programs, projects, and committees of the 35th NEC were ratified. 3. National Islamic Vacation Course, the IVC. The almighty IVC was organized for the national headquarters by the two zones in years 1436, 1437, and 1438, that is 2015, 2016, and 2017. The week-long program was held in Mina, Niger State, and Gombe State, and Kaduna State, respectively, for the A zone, and the permanent IVC camp Ogun State, Auchi and Ekoma, Edo State, and Port Harcourt, River State for the B zone, respectively. In each of them, and in all the campuses and venues, the National Amir and Secretary General, among other national officers, were there in person and delivered speeches. The program had important sessions through which the diverse participants were rigorously trained on diverse important issues. BOT meeting. For the first time in over 15 years, the BOT meeting was held in Ilorin, Kwara State, on 30th Rabiul Awwal 1437, that is 10th of January 2016. Far-reaching decisions about the present and future operations of the Mssn were taken. 5. National Convention of Muslim Students in Secondary Schools, NACOMSIS. The maiden edition of the program took place in Sha'aban 1437, that is May 2016, in Kaduna State. As Amir mentioned in his own speech, part of the focus of this administration is to trace our path back to the objectives of the founders. And it was observed, as mentioned by many of our elders, that they got to know one another right from secondary school when they met at national programs. So this administration felt there is the need to bring to the national programs younger ones from secondary schools. And that is why this Catch Them Young program was organized. It gathered and rigorously trained a selection of secondary school students on Islam and in general, and the Mssn in particular. NEC meetings. Many, 9 and now 10, sorry, we had one last night. So 10 physical and many online NEC meetings were held in various locations, in Akure, Mina, Ilorin, Kaduna, Lagos, and the federal capital city, Abuja, in the country, at certain intervals and during programs. This table has the details of where and when the meetings were held. The next of the programs conducted was the NWC meetings. 2 of such, and this is the 3rd one, the last one, 2 of such meetings were held by this NEC in Mina, Niger State, and Lagos State in Safar 1437, that is November 2015, and Jumad al-Ula 1437, February 2017, respectively. Book launching. This program was held in DhulQi'dah 1438, that is September 2017, at the National Mosque Complex, Abuja here, in collaboration with an author, Brother Abdullahi Ginya, with a view to encouraging authorship and boosting reading culture among Mssn members. At the colorful event attended by many eminent Nigerian Muslims and Christians, the book, We Believe in All Prophets, including Jesus Christ of History, was launched. 9. National quiz competition. The maiden edition of this intellectual event is currently going on. We just announced the results. It's being held here in this venue concurrently with the National Conference. In it featured such competitions as quiz, essay writing, impromptu speech, Arabic reading, English reading, spelling bee, and debate. Its participants were drawn from secondary schools within the country as produced through the finals conducted at the respective zones. Now the programs attended. The national headquarters did attend many programs organized by the zones, area units, and other lower strata of the Mssn within the 3 years under coverage. Similarly, there are too numerous to have not mentioned them. Similarly, the headquarters attended programs organized by sister and other organizations like the Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, the Jama'at Nasrul Islam, the Supreme Council for Sharia in Nigeria, Islamic Education Trust, the Da'wah Coordination Council of Nigeria, National Council of Muslim Youth Organizations, National Islamic Center, and ministries, departments, and agencies like National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, some universities like University of San Diego, USA, and other like-minded NGOs within and outside the country, like King Abdullah Ibn Abdulaziz International Center for Inter-Religious and Intercultural Dialogue, Leadership Training Center, Senegal, Religions for Peace, Interfaith Mediation Center, Kaduna, Jama'at Sunnah, Wisal Hausa TV, and the Cameroon-based International Counterterrorism Organization, CIDES, United Nations Office, West Africa, and Sahel, UNOWAS, among others. Publications, correspondences, and releases. Within the period being reported, the national headquarters did engage in mass production, reproduction, or distribution of English medium literature. You are witnesses, they are part of the sovereigns in this program, some of them. And distribution of same to entire membership. Such books as Sunni and Shia Perspectives on Islam, Mssn at a glance, and some questions that guided Shia youth to the truth were reproduced and or distributed, respectively. In addition, the reproduction of many copies of What Have You Done for Islam is in the pipeline, inshallah, in partnership with a philanthropist. Inshallah, the next generation will continue with this. Just as we are in the process of translation and mass production of Miya Faru a Karbala, What Happened in Karbala. In the same vein, the headquarters did at relevant times produce press releases and did also grant interviews and organize press conferences on certain pertinent issues of religious and national and international concerns. The aim was to inform, influence, and at times counteract certain issues or opinions. In this direction, the social media was also adequately made use of. The headquarters also did engage in correspondences with sister organizations, relevant MDAs, NGOs, embassies, and international institutions. Many collaborative, synergetic efforts were relevantly initiated or responded to for the overall betterment of the Muslim Ummah in general and Mssn in particular. Notable among these were letters to Mr. President on pertinent issues, letter and visit to Saudi Arabian Embassy on the need to collaborate with the Mssn on da'wah and related issues, collaborative correspondences and discussions with Tony Blair Foundation on IDPs, capacity building and countering violent extremism, CVE. Collaborations. It is worthy to report that National Headquarters has initiated or maintained collaborative ties with many ministries, departments and agencies and NGOs, and also embassies and international institutions. Notable among these are the Islamic Education Trust, IET, and the Da'wah Institute of Nigeria, DIN or DIN, as it is fondly called, the National Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Supreme Council for Sharia in Nigeria, Da'wah Coordination Council, Muslim Corpers Association of Nigeria, National Council for Muslim Youth Organizations, National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, International Relief Organization, Saudi Arabian Embassy in Nigeria, Imam Ahmad Foundation of Ilorin, Easy GIS, Tony Blair Foundation, Islamic Development Bank, and University of San Diego, United States of America. Projects. Within the period under reference, the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria has pursued and is pursuing rigorously important projects. Reporting worthy via this medium are such projects as 1. The continuation of National Secretariat complex at Gwanrimpa Abuja. You are going to be there to see for yourselves, inshallah, later today. 2. The reclamation and documentation of MSS land in Ilorin, Kwara State, and the initiation of the same process for the one in Ida, Kogi State. 3. The reclamation and documentation attempts for Kano land were initiated and pursued. The Kano land issue was later discovered to be a fraud. 4. The construction, commissioning and management of Juma'at Mosque and a block of 4 classrooms on the Ilorin land. 5. Initiating the digital registration of and networking of all MSSN members and branches for the Da'wah coordination, human capital development, among other invaluable benefits. 6. Continuation of the construction and completion of A and B zonal IBC sites respectively. 7. The refurbishing of the national headquarters official Toyota Sienna vehicle. 8. Acquisition of a brand new Sharon Volkswagen 8-seater vehicle. Advocacies and visits. 1. To personalities and organizations. Within the period under reference, the headquarters has been able to pay courtesy or advocacy visits to many personalities or organizations. Of these were His Eminence Alhaji Muhammad Abubakar, the Sultan of Sokoto, Right Honorable Suleiman Lasun, Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, former Vice President, Senator Aliu Maga Takar Dawamako, former Sokoto State Governor, His Excellency Malam Ibrahim Shekarau, former Kano State Governor, Justice Abdul Qadir Oriri, retired MSSN Board of Trustees Chairman, Barrister Yusuf Olaolu Ali San, a member of the BOT of the MSSN, Sheikh Abdul Wahab Abdullah of Kano, Sheikh Yaqubu Musa Hassan Katsina, His Royal Highness Alhaji Ibrahim Sulu Gambari, the Emir of Ilorin, His Royal Highness Alhaji Dr. Yahya Abubakar Esunupe, Sheikh Ahmad Lemu, a member of the BOT of MSSN, Alhaji Abdul Fattah Kolawole Modakeke, Chairman Ogun Oshun State Primary Education Board, Dean of Student Affairs, Ola Obafemi Awolowo University, Ileife, Professor Aransi, Chairman of OAU Muslim Community, Professor Abubakar Sanusi, Chief Imam of OAU, Barrister Nuruddin Asunogi, former MSSN National Amir, Honorables Abubakar Nuhu Damburang, and Tukur Toro of the House of Representatives. This Damburang deserves mentioning here especially because he was the one Allah used through us to raise the motion on our sister Firdausi Amasa on the hijab issue, which led to fusion. So we paid him visit, Brother Honorable Tukur Toro of Bauchi House Assembly, respectively, and leaders of Makadi Muslim community in Benue State and Islamic Propagation Center Wari, Delta State, to visit to higher institutions. Through its various officers, the 35th administration was able to pay visits, planned or impromptu, to such higher institutions as Federal University of Technology, Mina, Niger State, Federal University, Kashere, Gombe State, University of Maiduguri, Borno State, Gombe State University, Gombe, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Osun State, University of Benin, Edo State, Kano State University of Science and Technology, Wudil, Kano State, Lagos State University, Ojo, Lagos State, Kaduna State University, Kaduna, Federal University, Dusima in Katsina State, Federal University of Technology, Akure in Ondo State, Federal College of Education, Gombe in Gombe State, the Federal Polytechnic, Bida, Niger State, Federal Polytechnic, Bauchi, Bauchi State, Osun State University, Oshogbo, Osun State, Kashim Ibrahim College of Education, Borno, and Mohammed Goni College of Legal and Islamic Studies, Mog College, Maiduguri, Borno State, Bauchi State University, Gadau, Bauchi State, Nigeria Law School, Buhari and Lagos campuses, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, Enugu State, University of Calabar, Cross River State, Niger State Polytechnic, Bida, Zungeru campuses, Bida and Zungeru campuses, and Niger State College of Nursing, Bida, Niger State, and University of the Almighty City of Abuja. Resolution of crises and problems. It is worthwhile to report that the 35th NAIC was fortunate to resolve or assist in resolving crises of at various strata of the society. Among these were Osun Area Unit, Ogun State Area Unit, Akure Area Council versus Akure Central Branch in Ondo State, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife in Osun State, and so on and so forth. The administration is, inshallah, poised to resolve the Lagos State Area Unit crisis that has been lingering for over a decade. Well, it is handing over. We have not been able to do that. It is also poised to resolve the age-long Kwara Area Unit. Even last night we received a report and we have prepared recommendations for the incoming NAIC to continue to inshallah implement, and which was resolved some years ago. That of Kwara was resolved some years ago, but it's trying to resurface recently. Then we have pending issues. One of the pending issues that we have not been able to accomplish is the digital registration and networking of all members and branches for da'wah coordination, human capital development, among other benefits. Despite because we have actually some setback in cooperation from zones, and the lower strata, but this should be pursued decisively and actively. So the next NAIC should try to address this issue of problem of having commitments of the lower strata in achieving this, because it is very important. 2, the continuation of the National Secretariat Complex Construction Project. This should be rigorously pursued. For details, refer to a special report on the project. It's going to be presented at a relevant time within this conference, inshallah. 3, the continuation of the construction of A and B zone IBC permanent sites should be rigorously pursued. Since the IBC is necessarily a national program, its site is as well necessarily a national property. So the NEC should continue to support the zones and passion out new productive ways in completing the loadable projects. Either land reclamation and documentation process initiated should be continued and actualized expeditiously. 5, the reincorporation of society with the CAC should be finished to its logical conclusion. Refer to the special report on that issue. I'm happy to report to this important House that for long efforts have been made to reincorporate MSSN with the CAC, but this administration has been able to take it to more than 90% completion, inshallah. So we are only waiting, whatever is required of us, we have fulfilled it. We are only waiting for them now. Now, pending crisis and other issues. The lingering Lagos area unit crisis. The Dr. Ahmad Sheikh-led committee should be allowed to continue. We have a committee already, and the committee has gathered sufficient data and is trying to analyze to come up with findings, and among other operations of which I shouldn't preempt here, that committee should be allowed to continue with its work. Reports of previous committees on Lagos should also be consulted for more insight and more suggestions so that we can have informed decisions. To the reimagined Kwara area unit crisis, as I said, in the last week, a special committee was inaugurated and it went to Kwara and it came up with far-reaching recommendations, which many of them have even been passed and ratified, approved by the NEC. They are going to be handed, inshallah, down to the next NEC for implementation. Tribulations and tragedies. Tribulations are part and parcel of life. The outgoing NEC was afflicted with, among others, the following tribulations. The Assistant National PRO, Brother Said Yaqub, was involved in a ghastly motor accident in the process of preparing for the 2016 National IBC camp at Federal Polytechnic, Auchi, Edo State, in which he almost lost his life. He was comatose for over a month and hospitalized for barely a year. He lost his memory and cognition capacity. But Alhamdulillah, he is speedily recovering. By the time he was discharged, he couldn't even recognize his children and his wives. He had to start over again. He has lost his mother tongue now. He can only try to communicate in the pidgin English. And he was an outspoken English user for those who knew him. But he is, inshallah, speedily, there is actually remarkable speed in his recovery. He is in our midst. I crave his intelligence to stand up so that we can see and thank Allah for him being alive. Brother Said, could you please stand up? Could you say a word or two?
Stand side to side.
Use the mic.
Thank you very much for everything.
Those who knew him before the accident, he was an activist, an active contributor, and he contributes meaningfully in meetings. May Allah accept the tragedy, the problem as an act of Allah, and may Allah use it as an expiation for his sins. He attended NEC meeting for the first time after the December 2016 tragedy only on July 6 to 8. That is this month or so. That's when he started attending meetings. He has been recuperating with his health. 2, the National PRO, 2, alongside other participants on board the new car of the national headquarters, was involved in another fatal accident on their way back from A-Zone quiz finals. 3 of our members, including the until then Amir of Abuja Municipal Area Council, died. The carcass of the car, after a month of stay at a police station in Torolo Government Area of Bauchi State, has been retrieved and taken to Jos Plateau State to be repaired when there is the wherewithal to do so. While the National PRO has recovered from the critical condition of broken limbs and being on life support at some point and has resumed active service, we emotionally report here that one of the victims, Sister Alia, is still battling to survive from the spinal cord injury she sustained. At this juncture, let us request for contributions from all so that she can be flown to India for proper medication. A total of 13 million naira only is needed as per the estimate generated. 3. The National Amir too, on 2 different official trips and on board 2 different personal cars of his, due to the absence of a functional official one, was involved in accidents. No life was lost and no serious injury was sustained, but one of the cars is completely written off. It is beyond repairs. It's Peugeot 406 car. Challenges. The following are some of the challenges faced by the national headquarters throughout the period under review. 1. The lack of a functional secretariat has seriously negatively affected the documentation among other operations of the society. It is normally a mobile one. And when there is handing over, it moves from place to place. So actually, this is a 60-year-old society that has produced many people. 2. Lack of commitment of some officials and some lower levels of the society. Let me, on this point, lament that the zones and all the units did not support us in the documentation of MSS membership and structure. Despite over 2 years now of giving them forms to only fill and return, I'm authoritatively telling you we have not received up to 10% of those forms back. They have not been brought back. 3. Internal strife created by the A and B zone dichotomy. We look forward to see a day when no one will feel I am from A or B zones. I will see my brother as my brother from wherever he comes as my brother in MSS, not from A or B zone. This dichotomy is a problem. Differences, Allah has created them, but they are not a basis for problems. Allah says our ikhtilaf al-alsina wal-alwan is part of ayatullah. It's part of the science of Allah, but they are not meant for other destructive tendencies. 4 of the challenges faced is the gross paucity of funds. Recommendations. We have very few recommendations. The following are hereby recommended as ways forward. Members, and especially officials at all levels, should be more committed to the objectives, programs, and projects of the society in order to move it to enviable heights. Officials, most especially national officers, must, as a necessity, feel, act, and view one another as zoneless. The only constituency is Islam through the MSSN. There has to be a functional and realistic mechanism respected by all that should ensure that all nominal members of the MSSN are also financially members. In conclusion, I pray to Allah to give us an increase in Iman, understanding, and ikhlas, and good deeds. I also pray unto Him to forgive our shortcomings. With this I say, فَسُبْحَانَكَ اللَّهُمَّ بِحَمْدِكَ أَشْهَدُ أَنْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا أَنْتَ أَسْتَغْفِرُكَ وَأَتُوبُ إِلَيْكَ. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. At-Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
At-Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
This is the Secretariat report. We all have it with us. And the Secretary General, may Allah reward you abundantly for coming up with such documentary. And now we'll go to comments. And we are picking comments, observation, and reaction.
I want to thank the Secretariat for the presentation. I want to make the following observation. One, about the list on BOT. I'm aware that the BOT was reconsidered by this outgoing executive council, and I expected that the list of the board needs to be there, if it is right. But two, on some of the programs, I expected that the list, the number of participants be included, like Mssn, ditto for the number of attendees at National Working Committee. I also observed that in some of the programs, the dates, in terms of, you just mentioned the months, but this is a record. We should have a specific date that the programs were organized.
Okay. My name is Olale Esmayon from D-Zone, the Admiral Government of the state. I just want to quickly make this comment that that is 7.0, that's page 19 from what I have with me here. The resolution of crisis problems. It was mentioned that some places had some crises and they were resolved. Or perhaps the national assisted in resolving or in resolving of these crises. But perhaps is a comment that I want to observe that the case of Lagos was reported, and what we know from time immemorial is that the case has been living for so long. I don't know if perhaps the NEC has a working plan aside the committee has been set up. We know what is perhaps obtainable or happening. I would believe that by now the case should have been solved to a logical conclusion. So we like the NEC perhaps to inform the House of what has been done logically on this case specifically.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alainka O Yusuf from those states. First of all, I want to show appreciation to the Secretary for a good job well done. And that's why I'm going to continue to increase your efforts and reward you abundantly. Number one is that concerning this is the highest registrar of MSSN. And you know, one of those problems we used to have is our identity, which is the major part of any organization. Just browse MSSN logo on your Google whatever, and you see the diversity of logo. Sometimes when I try to do some documentations on MSSN, I used to tell them that I'm one of the authorities to tell us the right logo of MSSN, of course, from the record. Now, as a result, you know, we used to have confusion. And some people used to even debate with me. And you know, one will be abased if at this national conference we are even having a confusing logo. If you look at the logo we are having at this whatever, the logo we are having at the cover page is different from the logo we are having on each of the inner pages. So I think the confusion, we have to decide. This is national conference. Let's decide which one is our logo. And of course, the proof will come. You know, this is our identity.
I commend the efforts of the Secretary. May Allah accept it as an act of ibadah. Out of the two observations, one has been mentioned. But the second one is clarification. Page 20, 8.2, on the issue of the Lagos crisis. Here it was written here that the Dr. Hamad Shehu-led committee should be allowed to continue. And I want to clarify, the outgoing NEC, are they suggesting to the incoming one, or they are compelling them to allow Dr. Hamad Shehu to lead the committee? That's
This is a very commendable effort. The report is very comprehensive. And what I want to suggest is that under investment, I could see the investment is just under low-cost investment, and there is one. It could be wider. You don't need to go cap in hand each time. There are lots of projects we can invest in and get rewards that are in the way of halal. And I can put you through some of them. And we need more of Muhammad Buhari's. They need to start from this source. They need to start from MSN. What are we doing to sensitize ourselves on the not too young to run swing and whatever activities? What are we doing to show that we key in our own people from the local council level to presidential level? This is where it starts from. Let's just believe that A zone and B zone is just a matter of semantics to make activities easier to run. Do not put it in your mind that it is to show that we are different. We are not different in any way. Our Quran Karim has said that we are just created to understand each other through our differences. Please, let's just take it as such and not put it in our mind that we are very different from each other. As long as we know our mind.
It's just a rundown of the, and we have to do summary when you come to do it. Somebody expect that you don't do details. Brother Sulaiman said the issue of resolution of crisis. Any remarkable, any plan, any working plan or any details. We discussed Lagos issue in Lagos. During the NWC, a committee was put in place, and that committee is working. So the only thing we should report is that the committee is working. Has got data, is trying to finish its work. I think it would be counterproductive if after all these investments in making the committee to get data to work and then only to abolish it again and start afresh. So that's what I say, the committee should finish its assignment and submit. It's the same NEC, it's not to persons. It was put in place by Mssn members, the national conference, and here we are. It is going to report to the NEC on our behalf, and whatever NEC finds worthy of reporting to us, it will come and do it at the right time. So that is it. Brother Olainka O. Yusuf, that was commendation and prayers. Then the logo confusion. Well, okay, let the Amir respond on the label issue.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let me commend once more the brother. Very sincerely, I have been an apostle of we must portray our original logo. Let me correct here, it is a mistake of the printer, and you know, if you're under pressure sometimes working, especially, you don't notice, we gave him logo. What we have on our cover page, and what we have on our memo pad, what we have on the files, what we have on all the documents we have of this program is the correct logo of Mssn. Please ignore this one. I don't know where the printer lifted this one and put it there. The one inside. Inside the black and white thing, he changed, he picked another one from somewhere. But this one is the one we've been promoting, and that is the original logo. And let me say one funny thing. Amir Rajdin, what do we call it? Alhaji Ibrahim gave us logo. You know, he argued vehemently. I was part of the next that Amir Rajdin, yes, Amir Rajdin led. In fact, this issue of logo led to discard, we have to discard a whole, how many rings of letterhead that were printed? We discarded it. When we were to do 60th anniversary, we have customized with a different logo. I like to give us stand and say this is fake logo. It was also discarded, and from that time we named it. I like to try and give us logos. Anywhere I see MS, in fact, all groups that have added me anywhere, I used to change the icon. If they put MS, I will remove it and put the original one. And in all the groups that I am in, I have changed the logo that they have put that they know, and I put this one. And I also tell National PRO that any correspondence, this logo must go popularize it because it is not popular. This one is not popular. So I'm saying that all of us should popularize this one. This is the original logo. May Allah guide us right.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على من تلقى القرآن من لدن حكيم عليم نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم إلى يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters. As rightly announced by the PRO, the national PRO, I remain Anas Hamisu Lawal, the Gwanrimpa, the National Financial Secretary of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, Mssn. And my task is to give account of this very administration financial account of this very society. Before we continue, please, just like the mistakes we noticed in the printing while the financial or the Secretary General was making his presentation, in my own report too, according to that very document you are holding, there are some little corrections here and there. But the corrections are just of numbers. 1, 2, 3 numbers are missing there. And unfortunately for me, even the last page that carries my name in the report was not in the document you are holding. Please, can you help me go to the last page of that very report and write as prepared by Anas Hamisu Lawal, so that it will be recorded, it will be on record that, yes, Anas Hamisu Lawal made that very presentation. And may Allah accept it from us. The report began from page 25, with the financial year of MSSN ends 31st March 2016, 17, and 18, respectively, of all the 3 years we had. And I separated my report in that order. We took over in 2015, and the financial year ended 2016, March 31st. Second year, March 31st, 2017, and the third year accordingly. And I think the figures there, as you have them, the most friendly, let me call it aside, the most friendly part of this report is where you see the income and the expenditure side of the report. And I believe having that will give us the insight of the financial dealings of the society. From there, other explanations are in the notes of the account. 2016, when we took over in 2015, we inherited the sum of 13,786 naira as our balance brought forward 2015. And we were able to generate from donations from individuals the sum of 4,230,000 naira. And in that very year that we initiated the donation or contribution into the national project, that is the National Secretariat project, in that very account we were able to generate the sum of 256,000 naira as a starter. That went through this very expenditure. We had an expenditure of the total of 5,247,200 naira, which you can see clearly in that very year we ended with a deficit of 747. In your report, that 13,786 is missing. When you put in that in the income side, you will have a new figure of 747 naira, 414 naira. Since it's a figure, please, I believe you can just, you have pen with you. If you like, you can impute the figure. This is for the year, and as you can see, the first thing we have is the fixed asset. As at that very time, what was handed over to us, we have a land asset of 4,200,000, and we discovered the Abuja Gwanrimpa land was valued at 500 million naira, and that gave us a total sum of 504,200,000 naira as our fixed asset, which is the land. And motor vehicle, we have a car, the Sienna bus, that is worth 2,900,000 naira. Yes, you can see notes to the account. We have numbers there, notes 1, 2, 3, up to 5. The way we generated the donation of 4 million, that's that, and how we expended them as in the admin and the secretariat notes. That I believe you can peruse and see. That takes us to the next year, which opened on a red starter. The second year, the deficit we had, that the balance brought forward, was a deficit of 22,414 naira, with the generation of 6,820,000 naira from donation and 840,000 from national secretariat contribution. We were able to have 7,637,586 naira as our income for the second year, which also was expended in the same order, as you can see: meetings, conferences, transport and travels, repairs and maintenance, admin and secretariat, and that depreciation of 25% of our motor vehicle assets. When you go down also, at the end of it, you will see also that year ended in a deficit of this 307, deficit of 307 over the income because of the depreciation. And we ended that very year with a cash at the bank of 417,786 naira, which became our opening balance, or the brought forward balance for the third year. Okay. Yeah. Yes. This is it. Can you see it from there? Okay, okay. Your heads. In the year 2018, that is the, let me call it the project year. The project year, from donations, we were able to generate only 2,596,500 naira, and the national project contribution, the 100 naira, 200 naira, 1,000 naira we get from our brothers and sisters, we were able to generate 6,947,800 naira, giving us a total of 9,962,086 naira as the income for that very year, which was expended in this order. When you add that, you will have a new, because this 615 deficit is not what is in that very report, but when you add that 400 and something on top, you will see a deficit of 615,000 naira, 914 naira. So that was how the year ended in 2018 as at March. 109,113 naira to kobo as the balance in our account as at March 31st, 2018. The notes are there also for you, as we can see on the screen. Now, from the final thing is, from 1st April 2018 to date, that's today, 28th, the expenditure, the income and the expenditure statement is also there, which is the post-balance sheet statement, which gives us a total income of 8,225,028 naira, and the expenditure of 14,522,964, giving us a deficit, or the balance carried down, of 6,297,936 naira. And the details of how the spendings were made, how the expenditure was accrued, is there in the notes. Basically, this huge amount of money you're seeing went into the National Secretariat building project. When I saw what was the first thing I saw? When I saw the invitation to this very conference, I saw one picture by the side. You can see it here on the banner. This is where your 6 million or over that amount goes. Yes, this picture you are seeing is what we are going to see, inshallah, later in the day, as the picture of the national, the mosque at the National Secretariat. So we have a creditor that gives us kaya that we were able to raise this very structure to this very height. Okay, some people suggested that we'll have held this very program in our secretariat, but inshallah, I know the subsequent programs of the NEC will be holding there, inshallah. So, that one. So this is the situation of your finances. Other details regarding how these things, how the budget, the deficit emerged in other reports that are administrated between the incoming, who is owing MSS, who these things are there, which should not be captured here. Thank you very much. That's all. Figures.
تموج السطور لذكر ابن باز ويعلو على هامة الحرف نور ويجري القصيد ليحكي الحياة حياة الإمام التقي الصبور تموج السطور لذكر ابن باز ويعلو على هامة الحرف نور ويجري القصيد ليحكي الحياة حياة الإمام التقي الصبور حياة تسامت بنور اليقين وعلم أضاء بكل الدهور كفيف وأبصار جسر النجاة وكم من بصير أضاع الجسور وكم من بصير أضاع الجسور تموج السطور لذكر ابن باز ويعلو على هامة الحرف نور ويجري القصيد ليحكي الحياة حياة الإمام التقي الصبور كأن الخميس الحزين قريب وصوت العزاء يذيب الصدور أمات ابن باز ولاح الفراق سؤال يزلزل كل السطور سؤال يزلزل كل السطور تموج السطور لذكر ابن باز ويعلو على هامة الحرف نور ويجري القصيد ليحكي الحياة حياة الإمام التقي الصبور فجاء الجواب يجر الخطى وحزن يتوج رأس الثغور ومات الإمام ولكنه سقانا بعلم يسد الثغور سقانا بعلم يسد الثغور
عليك رسولي صلاتي وسلامي حبيب الإله يا خير الأنام عليك رسولي صلاتي وسلامي حبيب الإله يا خير الأنام أبشروا أبشروا قد جاءكم خير الأنام أبشروا أبشروا فنبينا رسول السلام بالقدوة علمنا بالقرآن أرشدنا علمنا الإحسان والصدق والأمان وإطعام الفقير ورحمة الصغير علمنا الإحسان والصدق والأمان وإطعام الفقير ورحمة الصغير عليك رسول صلاتي وسلامي حبيب الإله يا خير الأنام عليك رسول صلاتي وسلامي حبيب الإله يا خير الأنام أبشروا أبشروا قد جاءكم خير الأنام أبشروا أبشروا فنبينا رسول السلام بالقدوة علمنا بالقرآن أرشدنا طهرنا بالصيام وساعات القيام شوقنا للجنة ولقاء ذي المنة طهرنا بالصيام وساعات القيام شوقنا للجنة ولقاء ذي المنة عليك رسول صلاتي وسلامي حبيب الإله يا خير الأنام عليك رسول صلاتي وسلامي حبيب الإله يا خير الأنام أبشروا أبشروا قد جاءكم خير الأنام أبشروا أبشروا فنبينا رسول السلام بالقدوة علمنا بالقرآن أرشدنا علمنا المحبة والأشواق والقرب من الله الرحيم العفو الكريم علمنا المحبة والأشواق والقرب من الله الرحيم العفو الكريم عليك رسول صلاتي وسلامي حبيب الإله يا خير الأنام عليك رسول صلاتي وسلامي حبيب الإله يا خير الأنام أبشروا أبشروا قد جاءكم خير الأنام أبشروا أبشروا فنبينا رسول
You are MSS, and what you are known for is studies and knowledge. Why would you have a mosque that will just be a mosque, come and pray 5 times and go and come and pray Juma? Let us be creative and do something. And we added this floor. This one is intended to be a library. This side and the other side. This level. Connecting here like that. It's open to the mosque. But it's intended to be e-libraries. Already, here you see all the conduits, whatever. We have e-libraries. In fact, we started for people to ask to encourage them that they should continue. Started talking with them, online university in Nigeria. We have a center in north and south, but the north is in Mina, the south is in Ibadan. So we're thinking Abuja is the capital. So if we finish here, we will make here a center for the online university so that people can come and do their studies here and also write their exams. The mosque is here, but when the mosque is finished, we can come up to pray. Since not going to have shells. For now, sorry, they don't know. gani na to wannan initially ma ba block bane ba contract ne amma zai sa wani abu da ake Moving the foundation, everything is block, no block wall. Moving the foundation,
you don't need to painting or anything. No painting, just use water to wash it. Okay, and that's all. Nothing. And it's concrete everywhere. And iron rod.
This is for like any incidents in the beginning. One night it will be difficult. I will go and then again, the sisters will me. Everything, their toilets are here. After we finish, the existing mosque will be demolished, then their toilets are at that side, and then everything. From this end to the partition, perimeter fence, I will go like that, and our sisters completely. Yes. And here, because the sisters will be there, there's a this place is a provision for screen. Oh, screen. Yes. So see what is going on there. Anything is going on in the mosque. They are seeing what is happening. They don't need to. There's a screen here. This is e-mosque, then. Yes. Program. Sisters will use this side all. The screen is there for them to see, and from here they can see what is happening in the mosque. But if you don't approve that, yes. Somebody asked me the capacity of the mosque. Yes. You can guess now. Yes. But the main goal from the engineer's design was 600. 600. The main goal is 600. This side, will take additional 400. So it's 1,000. Excluding up. Okay. And the concept has come now, we will go, even the dome is already a slab there, that we're going to tie it. And if we tie it, we're thinking of creating another staircase. So that people to the dome, to the floor, so that by the dome, people can sit down and pray. So all you yes, then we need to go and see again the havoc that would have happened to us.
CD, right? We produce. But, okay, for this one, we have to discuss with Jameel. Yes. We have to discuss with Jameel. Jameel will discuss with my guy. Just because of Jameel. We used to produce, but this work is, the duration is much. Ready for it. But I don't know. It's possible. I personally pay the most.
Àbúgbò ńlá àbúgbò ń sọ pé wọ́n ló kọ́ sọ́rí wọ́n ló kọ́ fún wọn ní àwọn lẹ́rùn wọn bí tó ọ̀dọ̀ wa náà parí fáàdì owó mistake mo ṣe ni pé jẹun kírun tán. Yes, yes, there is a component of it. No, I wouldn't say the concept was unique. endless history. So we could not inherited. Inherited. Now the next thing will come and decide whether to continue or to continue here or to take that of elder brothers and continue. You always say there's continuity now. So continuity we are going to follow what is legal. So what I want to show you now is when the fencing was done, there was a setback that was given that we should allow setback, and the vast land of span of land was left as setback. And now people from the housing authority and the rest, also and living, that's what they were coming to see how they will allocate the place to some other person, and our attention was drawn. They came and placed.
Bon, y'a un bon nouveau, yeah, mon. Yeah, I will see.
I was going to say why it's not paying, right?
Yes.
Earlier than we raising this fence, we knew about heritage. We took over and met him in here. Yes, but he has been doing one very important thing for us. If you see anybody coming to do anything, majorly you call. Somebody come to the land though. So when the FHA brought people to begin to say they want to, he was the one who called. And then we came and put that signpost. They came by and said, they are still coming. And we raised the fence. I will now say, okay, we are going to do symbiotic relationship. We will continue watching over the land. We will not pay you for watchmanship. You also be doing your business. And you are not going to pay us for rent. So that is what, in fact, and he has promised that if we finish, part of his contribution is going to landscape the front of the secretariat, putting Muslim stuff in Nigeria, using flowers, designing national headquarters. He's going to landscape the front. But anytime we are going to use the place, that finally we are going to use the place, of course he has no option than to move his things. But for now, he's there serving our.
تموج السطور لذكر ابن باز ويعلو على هامة الحرف نور ويجري القصيد ليحكي الحياة حياة الإمام التقي الصبور تموج السطور لذكر ابن باز ويعلو على هامة الحرف نور ويجري القصيد ليحكي الحياة حياة الإمام التقي الصبور حياة تسامت بنور اليقين وعلم أضاء بكل الدهور كفيف وأبصار جسر النجاة وكم من بصير أضاع الجسور وكم من بصير أضاع الجسور تموج السطور لذكر ابن باز ويعلو على هامة الحرف نور ويجري القصيد ليحكي الحياة حياة الإمام التقي الصبور كأن الخميس الحزين قريب وصوت العزاء يذيب الصدور أمات ابن باز ولاح الفراق سؤال يزلزل كل السطور سؤال يزلزل كل السطور. تموج السطور لذكر ابن باز ويعلو على هامة الحرف نور، ويجري القصيد ليحكي الحياة حياة الإمام التقي الصبور. فجاء الجواب يجر الخطى
وحزن يتوج رأس الثغور.
ومات الإمام ولكنه
سقانا بعلم يسد الثغور.
غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن. غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن. فيه الحق وفيه النور، فيه اللؤلؤ والمرجان. فيه الحق وفيه النور، فيه اللؤلؤ والمرجان. غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن.
غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن. غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن. فيه الحق وفيه النور، فيه اللؤلؤ والمرجان.
فيه الحق وفيه النور، فيه اللؤلؤ والمرجان.
غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن.
اتلو السطر وراء السطر، فالقرآن ربيع العمر.
اتلو السطر وراء السطر، فالقرآن ربيع العمر.
والقرآن شفاء الصدر، فيه الرحمة والغفران.
والقرآن شفاء الصدر، فيه الرحمة والغفران.
غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن.
غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن. غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن. فيه الحق وفيه النور، فيه اللؤلؤ والمرجان.
فيه الحق وفيه النور، فيه اللؤلؤ والمرجان.
غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن.
أبدا لا يعلو كتاب، أبدا لا يمحو سراب. أبدا لا يعلو كتاب، أبدا لا يمحو سراب.
أنزله رب وهاب، رب تواب الرحمن.
أنزله رب وهاب، رب تواب الرحمن.
أنزله رب وهاب، رب تواب الرحمن.
أنزله رب وهاب، رب تواب الرحمن. غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن.
غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن. غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن. فيه الحق وفيه النور، فيه اللؤلؤ والمرجان.
فيه الحق وفيه النور، فيه اللؤلؤ والمرجان.
غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن.
اتلو المصحف فجرا عصرا، تعشق روحك هذا الذكرى.
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 تلقى الخير وتلقى الأجر، تلقى الخير وتلقى الأجر.
تلقى الخير وتلقى الأجر، وتحرر فيه الإنسان.
أن تلقى الخير وتلقى الأجر، وتحرر فيه الإنسان. غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن.
غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن. غرد يا شبل الإيمان، غرد واصدح بالقرآن.